This is Trish, and today is August 3rd, and I'm a little late because I was away in Ontario last week. So let's just get on with it, shall we? First, I have a note in my book that says summer is going to be rough, and I don't know how you feel about your summer. The card for August is the Five of Cups. So once again, we don't have a great card for this month. And, you know, it's kind of interesting. I was looking at the views for these videos and they just keep dwindling every month. And I get it, they're not the most uplifting videos, but it's also making me think I won't do this next year. So this card is all about loss, bereavement, regret, suffering a loss, losing hope, being defeated, losing possessions, grieving, deprived of love, wanting to turn back the clock, believing you made wrong decisions. So not great, not great at all. And so we have 3 overturned, so definitely there has been some loss, and that's what he's focusing on here. You see, but we still have 2 that are standing. And if he would just turn around, he'd see that there's just 2, that there's still 2 that are standing. Now they look kind of empty from this perspective, to be honest, but these ones are definitely have been spilled. So he's definitely suffered a loss here. We have a bridge over here. We have waters that are flowing. So these are very symbolic, you know, crossing over that bridge, crossing over the waters. If the waters are a bit rough, just take the bridge over them. It's also mean go with the flow a little more, because it's not that crazy of a flow here. But at the end of July, it was the 15th anniversary of my daughter's death, and it was rough for me. Very, very rough this year. The longer it goes, a different aspect of bereavement kicks in, where it's like soon it'll be the point where I would have lost her longer than she was with me. So that really played on my mind this year, and I was feeling very lonely in that grief. I was feeling very I was feeling a lot of fear that she was going to be forgotten. So I was really feeling this from mid-July. Her anniversary is July 25th. And if you remember last month's reading, it was the Hermit card, which I definitely felt as well for July. I retreated, I removed all my social media apps, but I'm starting to come out of all that. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm hoping that you too are coming out of that funk, if that's what you've been feeling, like the cards have been saying. But again, this is collective, so let's talk about the collective perspective on this. I think a lot of people are finally waking up to the fact that they're losing a lot. They're losing financially, because everything is so expensive now. They're losing hope. They're grieving a world that seems to have disappeared. They're grieving the good times, because we're not in good times. We're in a state right now where there's war, there's financial losses, there's job losses, there's housing crisis, there's so much. I mean, I could be here for half an hour and just list all the things that are horrible right now. And we're feeling that. We're feeling that loss, and there's a sense of defeat in the world. I see it a lot on social media, which is why I had to leave social media for a bit, because I was feeling that despair and loss of hope, and I was seeing so many hateful, stupid comments. Like, the amount of stupidity that's being spewed right now is beyond comprehension. And I just don't know, how do these people function? Now, I do know there's a lot of bots out there, and we have to keep that in mind, that there's a lot of bots putting out that negativity, because division creates money for those in power. It's as simple as that. So if we could be more united, they would lose money. But division and war is a money-making machine for the people that are already rich, not for us. It's the exact opposite for us. So I would say that this is where we are in the world right now. So what do we do about it? I think this card is telling us that it's okay to be in this space. It's okay to feel that loss, because you don't squash grief. Squashing grief is the worst thing you can do. So feel it. Feel it. Go with the flow of that grief and that loss and that fear, and just go with that flow. Because if you squash grief, it turns out in anger. It comes out in defeatism, in the sense that you just give up. So don't do that. So just go and feel those fears, feel those losses, mourn those losses. It's okay. It's okay to mourn. It's okay to mourn a world that we're not seeing anymore. It's okay to mourn if you're having financial troubles. It's okay to mourn if you're feeling fear. It's okay to mourn if you're feeling defeat, but don't stay there. Just turn around. There's hope. There's cups. They may be empty, which I believe they are empty. These cups may be empty, but they're there, and they're just waiting for you to turn around and maybe go to this creek here, this river, and fill them up with living waters. Have you ever heard of living waters? It's a very biblical term, but it's like, fill them with refreshment, with wisdom, words of wisdom, with life-giving waters, with hope. Just take the time to grieve this, and then straighten your shoulders, lift your head, turn around, grab these empty cups, even though they're empty, and it takes a little effort for you to walk over here, fill them up with hope, with nourishment, with refreshment. And how you do that, everybody's different. I do it in my own way. I do it with crafting and gardening and my home. I do it in journaling now. I've been really big on journaling. It's really, really helping me. So do it in the ways that will refresh you and give you hope again. I can't say this enough about journaling for me, but it has really cleared out a lot of that extraneous crap that was in my head. Like, I'll just write things and I'll put these words randomly, and it's like emptying space in my head for good things, for the living waters. Hi there. So I was just editing the video and I had this epiphany while I was listening to myself talk there. But I was talking about journaling and emptying my head, and then I thought, oh, it's like the two empty cups that's behind the guy. So sometimes empty is not a bad thing. Emptying is a vessel. An empty cup is a vessel that you can use to fill with good things, with better things. So even if you took the 3 cups that were overturned, rinse them out, it's a tool. So having empty space is not a bad thing. In fact, I think that card is saying have some empty space so that you can fill it with good things. I am back on Instagram. It will be curated again. I kind of lost my vision for that account, but after journaling today, I just made the decision as to how I'm going to go with that Instagram account, and maybe my personal YouTube account as well, my YouTube channel. So I may be getting back into doing videos for that, but it's going to be different, I think. So yeah, if you want to check those out, it's Hearth and Hawthorne on Instagram and on YouTube for my other channel. And I'm not sure, but I think we'll be getting together soon to do another podcast. So I am committed to finishing these tarot for 2026 until December. So you'll see me in September, the beginning of September.